Chakshurmilitanjena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Dasa Vrindavanam Vande Krishna Dasa Prabhum Tata Chanavatar Chaitanya Lila Vistara Karino Do Nityananda Prabcha Karunarena Bhushito Vyakta Achano Gurachancho Bhavande Vyasadupino Shri Guru Gaur Gandharva Govindas Cha Ganaisaha Jayanti Patakas Ch.Ch. Sarvesham Gurunartino. So we are continuing this morning at the divine feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in the association of the Vaishnavas in the Lord's holy abode with Tulasi Devi beside us. How blessed! How blessed are we? So we are in the middle of the Ramananda Samvad. Ramananda Rai is speaking of development of rasa, different relationships with the Lord, and we just heard glorification of Sakya Ras, French in mood of friendship with the Lord. Prabhu ko he eho uttam mage kahar, rai ko he vatsalya prem sarva sadhya sar. The Lord said, this statement is very good, but please proceed even further. So Mahaprabhu is very happy. This is getting closer to his ideal. Before Mahaprabhu, first he's saying Eho Bhaja Age Kahar, or Eho Baya, sorry. It's a Y sound. Eho Baya, this is external, I want to hear something more. And then Mahaprabhu is saying Eho Hoi, this is okay, I accept this, but tell me something more. And now Mahaprabhu is saying Eho Uttama, like this is really good, I really like this. This is Sakya Ras now. This is the first level of some degree of intimacy that is being described. Because before this was Dasya Ras, where there's some formality there, and before that was simply establishing Jnana Shunya Bhakti as the basis. So now we're actually coming to the first point. Mahaprabhu was saying, I really like this, but still, tell me something more. So the Lord said, this statement is very good, it is excellent, it is supreme, but please proceed even further. Ramananda Rai then replied, loving service to the Lord in the parental relationship is the highest perfectional stage. So Vatsalya Prem, the mood of guardianship. This is a superior degree of intimacy, superior relationship with the Lord. And now we have a citation from Shastra, which is demonstrating the specialty of Vatsalya Ras. And this is a famous verse from Bhagavatam, spoken by Parikshit Maharaj to, who is this spoken by? No. Is it spoken to Shukadev? I think it's spoken to. I think it's Parikshit speaking to Shukadev. Anyhow, his glorification of Nanda and Jashoda, Krishna's parents. Nanda kim akarod brahman shreya eva mahodayam Yashoda va mahabhaga papo yasya stanam hari. Ramananda Rai continued, O Brahman, what pious activities did Nanda Maharaj perform by which he received the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, as his son? And what pious activities did Mother Jashoda perform that made the absolute Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, call her mother and suck her breasts? So, that supreme absolute truth, he has come and appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj and the beloved child of Mother Jashoda. How is such a thing possible? What great fortune they have. And now another quotation, also from Bhagavatam. And this is spoken by Shukadev Goswami. Nemam virincho nabhavo nashir apyanga samshaya prasadam lebide gopi yattat prapa vimuktidat. The favor Mother Jashoda obtained from Sri Krishna, the bestower of liberation, was never obtained even by Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva, nor even by the goddess of fortune, who always remains on the chest of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. And this is a purport, this is a statement from Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna agreed to be bound by Mother Jashoda after she had given up trying to bind Krishna with ropes. So, this is like a very, this is like the ultimate demonstration of the power of devotion over the Lord, that he's agreeing to be bound, to be tied by his devotee, And as that beautiful prayer that we sing during Kartik, the Damodarashtakam, is expressing, he's not bound by ropes, he's bound by the love of his devotee. So this is the power of Vatsalya Ras, that mood of guardianship over the Lord. That one who has such a high degree of devotion, the Lord will be completely subdued by that. He will be bound by that kind of love. And Mahaprabhu naturally is very happy with this also. Prabhu kohe eho uttam age kahar, rai kohe kanta prem sarva sadhyasar. The Lord said, your statements are certainly getting better and better, one after the other. But surpassing all of them, there is another transcendental mellow, and you can speak of that as the most sublime. Ramananda Rai then replied, conjugal attachment for Krishna is the topmost position in love of Godhead. And then we have a quotation here from Bhagavan. This is spoken by Uddhava when he visited Vrindavan. Nayam Shriyo Anga Unitantadate prasada Svaryoshitam nalina ganda vucham kutonya Lasotsavesya bhujadanda grihita kanta Labdashi shamya udagad rajasundarinam. When Lord Sri Krishna was dancing with the gopis in the Rasa Leela, the gopis were embraced around the neck by the Lord's arms. This transcendental favor was never bestowed upon the goddess of fortune or the other consorts in the spiritual world, nor was such a thing ever imagined by the most beautiful girls in the heavenly planets, girls whose bodily luster and aroma resemble the beauty and fragrance of lotus flowers. And what to speak of worldly women who may be very, very beautiful according to material estimation. Tasam, this is another verse from Bhagavatam, describing a moment in the Rasa Leela. Tasam avyada buchodi smayamana mukambuja pitam bada dada shagvi sakshan manmata. Suddenly, due to their feelings of separation, Lord Krishna appeared among the gopis dressed in yellow garments and wearing a flower garland. His lotus face was smiling, and he was directly attracting the mind of Cupid. Purport, this verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam. When the rasa dance was going on, Krishna suddenly disappeared, and the gopis became so overwhelmed due to his separation and their intense love for him that Krishna was obliged to appear again. Krishna prapti rupai bahuvida hoy, Krishna prapti tadatamya bahudachoy. There are various means and processes by which one may attain the favor of Lord Krishna. All those transcendental processes will be studied from the viewpoint of comparative importance. Kintu jajera se sarvotam tatasta hoya vicharile achetadatam. It is true that whatever relationship a particular devotee has with the Lord is best for him. Still, when we study all the different methods from a neutral position, we can understand that there are higher and lower degrees of love. So we were discussing this a few days ago, and it's something important to remember, because otherwise it's easy to become a little offensive. If we're thinking too much, in the line of, oh, this is superior to that, or this is a lower position, then one can become offensive. We heard Goswami Maharaj mentioned in one talk how maybe it's Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he's drawing some comparison between Mother Jashoda and Devaki, in their relationship as a mother to Krishna. He's making some comparison and demonstrating, Mother Jashoda, she has, a more intimate relationship with Krishna. But then he's making this comparison, and then at a certain point he just stops and he I don't remember the exact thing that he said, but like with this type of commentary that we will become offensive if we continue in this line, if there's too much of this, analysis, and why? Because actually every relationship is perfect, every relationship is complete. And every devotee situated in their relationship, they are fully satisfied in that relationship. And we gave the example of Hanuman in Brihad Bhagavatamrita. He's expressing, oh, the Pandavas, they are superior to me, but when they have a more intimate relationship with their Lord. But when he's given the opportunity to approach them and perhaps also have a similar relationship with the Lord, then he declines, because he's actually, although he can appreciate from the viewpoint of tatasta vichar, as it's mentioned here, impartial analysis, that, oh, these devotees are superior to me, from an impartial viewpoint he can say that. At the same time, he wouldn't give up what he had for anything. He's very, very happy there. And it's really, it's not a case of, inferior, medium and superior. It's a case of, perfect, more perfect, most perfect, like that. Sometimes the forms of Krishna in Mathura, Dwarka, Vrindavan, they're described in that way. Purna, Purnatara, Purnatam. Full, more full, and most full. Just different degrees of perfection. So also in all these relationships that the Lord has, they're all perfect, actually. They're all complete. There's just greater degrees of perfection and completeness.
Will one of them allow for the other one? Without, because if there wasn't one of them, then the other one couldn't function as that, because who would do that job then? If that person had to do all the jobs, it wouldn't have the same, they wouldn't be able to do all those different, serve Krishna in all those different ways at the same time. So it's
it's definitely true. The environment, and not only that, even the forest, the earth, the river, they all have their part to play. They all have their particular contribution, which is creating this wonderful Vrindavan Leela. If you subtract one of those elements, then it will go down. When Krishna meets with the Braja Gopis in Kurukshetra, then, they've been separated for 100 years or so, and you would think, oh, now that they're meeting again, they would all be, overjoyed. But because they're meeting in Kurukshetra, they're not meeting in Vrindavan, then instead the separation increases, and the Braja Gopis are feeling more pain, actually, because they're feeling, oh, here is Krishna before us, but Vrindavan is not here. We don't have the soft, gentle breezes of Vrindavan. We don't have the forests and the lakes of Vrindavan. Krishna's not wearing his beautiful charming cowherd dress. He's dressed like a prince. So yes, the paraphernalia also has an important place. And then, of course, all of these different relationships, they all have a unique contribution. That is true. Is that what you were referring? Is that the point you were making? Or?
Yeah, like all the different relationships.
No, I mean, there's still gradation there.
But they couldn't like.
It is like we can. I mean, our human existence is a mirror of Vrindavan life, actually. So if we look at our own lives, there are people that are more close to you, but at the same time, there are others. They also enhance your well-being and contribute to your happiness. You might have a neighbor who says good morning to you very nicely every day, and that makes you happy. You don't have a very close relationship with them, but that little good morning, that gives you a boost every day. Or in your family, you'll have a husband or a wife, and you'll have children, and then you have parents, you have cousins and extended cousins. You have a different relationship with all of them, and there is some gradation. There are those who you have a more intimate and fulfilling relationship with. They're closer to you. You won't say, oh, it's all the same. But at the same time, those even who have a lesser relationship with you, they're also contributing to your happiness. If you subtracted certain elements, it would be saddening. Because they're all making some contribution to your, full experience as a being in this world. So in the same way, in Krishna's relationships, we can understand there is some gradation, and Madhura Ras, it is actually, it is unique in that it actually contains within it all the other relationships. The relationship of with a lover, the husband or wife or lover, they have, all the relationships are contained within that. So it is the most complete relationship. But at the same time, all of the others, they also have their part to play, which are contributing to the the whole of the ecstatic Vrindavan Leela.
There has to be some variety.
Exactly. Variety. That is the word that I needed. Variety.
Everyone has some tendency to fulfill a specific service.
Yes.
So if everyone will be a cook, then everyone will be only deciding to do the cooking.
Yes.
Who will be doing the other service?
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Okay. Okay, so Yatotaram, this is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Yatotaram aso swada vishesho lasa mayapi ratir vasa naya swadvi vasate kapi kasyachit. Increasing love is experienced in various tastes, one above another. but that love which has the highest taste in the gradual succession of desires manifests itself in the form of conjugal love. Purva purva raser gun pade pade hoy, dui tin ganane pancha paryanta badai. There is a gradual order of improvement in transcendental mellows, from the initial ones to the later ones. In each subsequent mellow, the qualities of the previous mellows are manifested, counting from 2, then 3, and up to the point of 5 complete qualities. So each rasa has the qualities of the previous rasas. So this type of development is there. Gunadikya swadadikya bade pratidase shantadasya sakya vatsalya gunamajure devaise. As the qualities increase, so the taste also increases in each and every mellow. Therefore, the qualities found in Shantadas, Dasyadas, Sakyadas, and Vatsalyadas are all manifested in conjugal love, Madhuryadas. Akashadir gunajeno pada bhutte duitin grame vade panchapriti vite. The qualities in the material elements, sky, air, fire, water, and earth, increase one after another by a gradual process of 1, 2, and 3. And at the last stage, in the element earth, all 5 qualities are completely visible. So this is a very nice example given by Kaviraj Goswami of the 5 elements. But here, Swami Maharaj gives a very nice, clear purport here, so I'll read that in the next verse. Paripurna Krishna praptiye prema hoite prema rash Krishna kohe bhagavate. Complete attainment of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna is made possible by love of Godhead, specifically Madhurya Ras, or conjugal love. Lord Krishna is indeed captivated by this standard of love. This is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Purport. To explain the topmost quality of conjugal love, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gives the example of the material elements, sky, air, fire, water, and earth. In the sky, space, there is the quality of sound. Similarly, in air, there are the qualities of sound and touch. In fire, there are 3 qualities, sound, touch, and form. In water, there are 4 qualities, sound, touch, form, and taste. Finally, in earth, there are all 5 qualities, sound, touch, form, taste, and also smell. Now one can see that the quality of the sky is in all, namely air, fire, water, and earth. In earth, we can find all the qualities of material nature. So earth is the most complete element. It contains the qualities of all the other elements. In the same way that, Madhurya Ras is the most complete. In earth, we can find all the qualities of material nature. The same can be applied to the rasa known as Madhurya Ras, or conjugal love. In conjugal love, there are the qualities of neutrality, servitorship, friendship, and parental affection, as well as those of conjugal love itself. The conclusion is that through conjugal love, the Lord is completely satisfied. Conjugal love, Madhurya Ras, is also known as Sringara Ras. It is the conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam that in the complete combination of loving service to the Lord, namely in conjugal love, the Supreme Lord fully agrees to be under the control of the devotee. The highest form of conjugal love is represented by Srimati Radharani. Therefore, in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, we can see that Krishna is always subjugated by Srimati Radharani's influence. And now we have a famous verse from Srimad Bhagavatam.
What is subjugated?
Subjugated means like to come under the control. or like to subdue. So Krishna is subjugated, saying here, by his devotees. We can see that Krishna is always subjugated by Srimati Radharani's influence. So he becomes like inferior to her love. He becomes subdued, he becomes bound, he becomes controlled by her love. Like that. This is the power of devotion. That Krishna he himself will come under the influence of his devotee. He will be controlled by his devotee. Now, next verse, famous quotation from Bhagavatam. Mayi bhaktir hi bhutanam amrita tvaya kalpate dishtya yad asan matsneho bhavatinam madapana. Lord Krishna told the gopis, the means of attaining my favor is loving service unto me, and fortunately you are all thus engaged. Those living beings who render service unto me are eligible to be transferred to the spiritual world and attain eternal life with knowledge and bliss. The means of attaining my, Krishna told the gopis, this is at the Kurukshetra meeting. The means of attaining my favor is loving service unto me. Unfortunately, you are all thus engaged. Those living beings who render service unto me are eligible to be transferred to the spiritual world and attain eternal life with knowledge and bliss. Now, this translation. Yeah, so this verse, as Kaviraj Goswami explains later in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's another meaning to this verse, and Srila Sridhar Maharaj also discusses this in, I don't remember where, maybe Golden Volcano, or maybe it's Search for Sri Krishna. So that there's this meeting between, this is explained in the Ratha Yatra, this internal, because they have this meeting, and apparently the Braja Gopis say one thing and Krishna says another thing, but there's another layer of meaning to what they're saying, just like if you meet someone, very close to you, and you're in a public setting, you may say one thing to each other, but you both know you actually mean something else. So Kaviraj Goswami, he draws out the inner meaning of these verses from Bhagavatam. And so one layer of meaning here is Krishna saying, you're very fortunate because you have, he's saying, like, people approach me to attain eternal life. People can attain eternal life, freedom from this world of birth and death by having devotion for me. And you are very fortunate because you naturally have that kind of devotion, like along those lines. But the other way this verse can be, because within Sanskrit there's also this, there's this scope for different, meanings. There's another way this can be read, is that Krishna's actually saying, I am very fortunate. Because normally people they want to use me in one sense. They're worshiping me because they want to attain freedom from this world. But I am very fortunate because you have just natural love for me and you're approaching me in that type of mood. So I am actually blessed. And I think that is the meaning which is being highlighted here within the context, because the context here is that Krishna admits, himself to be helpless in front of his devotees. And then the next verse that is quoted is also along those lines, where Krishna says that he's unable to reciprocate with the love of the Braja Gopis because their love is so high, so pure. Okay. Krishna pratigya dridha sarvakale hache jai jai che bhaje Krishna tare bhaje taiche. Lord Krishna has made a firm promise for all time. If one renders service unto him, Krishna correspondingly gives him an equal amount of success in devotional service to the Lord. So, or simply put, as ye yaiche bhaje, Krishna tade baiche taiche. As one worships Krishna, as one approaches Krishna, so Krishna reciprocates with them. In the manner that one approaches him, he will approach you. That's simply what is being said here. And then, famous verse from Bhagavad Gita, Yeya tam mam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajameham mama vart manuvartante manusya parta sarvasha. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Prita. So this is Krishna's promise for all time. As one approaches me, so I will approach them. However, E premeran anurup na pare bhajite ataiva dini hoy kohe bhagavate. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said that Lord Krishna cannot proportionately reciprocate devotional service in Madhura Ras. Therefore, he always remains a debtor to such devotees, because their love is so high, so exalted, he cannot reciprocate. It is more than him. He has nothing to give them that will equal the value of what they are giving him. So he broke his promise. And now this is another famous verse from Bhagavatam. And this is spoken by Krishna when the gopis were overwhelmed with dissatisfaction due to Krishna's absence from the Rasa Leela. Krishna returned to them and told them this. Na paraye ham niravadya samyujam sasadu krityam vibhuraya shapiva rama bhajandu jargeha shrinkala samrishcha tadva pratyatu sadhuna. My dear gopis, our meeting is certainly free of all material contamination. I must admit that in many lives it would be impossible for me to repay my debt to you, because you have cut off the bondage of family life just to search for me. Consequently, I am unable to repay you. Therefore, please be satisfied with your honest activities in this regard. So let your good activities be their own reward. Let goodness be its own reward, like that. Huh?
She's so evil.
Ramananda. You signed up for it. Who's ready to sign up for that? Let what you're doing be its own reward. Nothing in return. That really this is the only way to live, that what you're doing is so satisfying and meaningful that you don't need anything but to be able to continue doing that. That's the nature of prema. It's not that you, the only thing that you want as a result of prema is more more love and more desire to serve and to love. So from our materialistic standpoint, that sounds, very off-putting.
But the context in which he's telling it to them, they're desperate to see him.
Right, in that context.
And then he says, you see, you have this such a That's your reward. Can you imagine them hearing that? What would be like, how heartbreaking it is?
Yes, I do see your point, yes. So yeah, like according to our worldly calculation, we do something and we expect something in return. This is a very, unhappy proposal of life. But if we can really appreciate that, how satisfying such an activity must be, that you don't need anything else. We're just speaking in principle here, outside of context. That's another discussion. Like there's one Mahaprabhu, he prays in one place, Das Kori Krishna Dana Vina Vyarta Dadijra Jivan Dasa Kori Vetan Mor Deho Prema Dan. That a life without prema is very poor. So please please make me your servant and give me prema as my payment. So he's basically saying, let me serve you, and as a result, the only payment that I want is increased capacity and desire to serve you, because that's actually what prema is. So from that perspective, it makes perfect sense. If there could be something that you would do that was so satisfying that you didn't want anything else, this must be the highest thing. This must be the ultimate thing. Okay, well, I think that might be a good place to stop. Okay, I'll just read a few more verses. Yajapi Krishna Sandarja Madhurja Durja Braja Devir Sangitar Badoye Madhurja. Although Krishna's unparalleled beauty is the topmost sweetness of love of Godhead, his sweetness increases unlimitedly when he is in the company of the gopis. Consequently, Krishna's exchange of love with the gopis is the topmost perfection of love of Godhead. And then we have a quotation from Bhagavatam. Tatra ti shushu betabir bhagavan devaki sutta madhye maninam haimanam maha madakato yata. Although the son of Devaki, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the reservoir of all kinds of beauty, when he is among the gopis, he nonetheless becomes more beautiful, for he resembles a Marakata jewel surrounded by gold and other jewels. Okay, so this is a good place to stop for today. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. Would you like to sing?
What band is it again? Hare Haraya Nama Krishnaya Bhavaya Nama
Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha
Yadhavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunatha
Jaya Rupa Sanatan Rasa Raghunatha. Ch.Ch. Gosai Kori Charana Vandana. Jaha Vaite Vignana Shabishta Purana. Ch.Ch. Gosai Jar Muita Dadasa. Dansa Vada Pada Denu Moda Panchagrasa. Kadira Charana Sebi Bhakta Sanebasa. Janame Janame Moe Abhilasha. Ch.Ch. Gosai Jabe Braje Koilo Vasa. Kishi Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakasha. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vindavana. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majaya Mana. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyasha. Harinam Sankirtan Kohe Narottama Das. Hari Hari Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha. Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai, Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhari Jit ki Jai, all the assembled devotees ki Jai, all the world devotees ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.